Welcome to Week 12 of the Iowa Conference Series here on YouTube, and we are really reaching the home stretch now as all four user Iowa Conference teams have just 2 regular season games remaining, as we are really just about to get to the conference championship game and, of course, postseason bowl games after that. Before we get into this video, I have to give a big shout out to 2 award winners nationally. It's a user Iowa Conference sweep, as Michael Hilton of Starmont is your National Offensive Player of the Week. He goes 7 catches for 216 yards and 4 touchdowns in the shootout win over Iowa City West. While for my Don Bosco Dons, Marcus Kilgo is your National Defensive Player of the Week. In the 51-0 shutout of Waterloo-Columbus, he had 8 tackles, 5 sacks, one of which was for a safety and a forced fumble. Michael Hilton of Starmont and Marcus Kilgo of Don Bosco, your National Players of the Week. And before we get into this week's matchups, here are the results from last week. In Cedar Rapids, the Kennedy Cougars beat Grundy Center 48-21. Iowa City High wins a close one with Waterloo East 24-17. The Little Hawks are bowl eligible. Starmont falls 1 spot to number 3 after a 56-49 win over Iowa City West. Solon wins a close one against Williamsburg 38-34. Those two met up in the state semis in real life a couple years back. Number 5, Don Bosco is a blowout winner over Waterloo-Columbus. They shut out the Sailors 51-0. Waterloo West took care of Central City 52-20 there in Waterloo. It was a blowout for Cedar Falls. They're up to number 11 after a 56-14 win at Gladbrook-Rhinebeck. And Waverly-Shell Rock jumps 5 spots to number 15 as they beat Cedar Rapids Prairie 52-14. And here's a look at this week's matchups in the Iowa Conference schedule. First of all, for your user teams, Waverly-Shell Rock hits the road for their final non-conference game of the year as they go to Ole Miss, take the trip down to an Ole Miss team that has very much struggled this year, just 1 win so far. Number 5, Don Bosco is back at home as they host Central City. It's going to be an emotional one for Coach Warrington, who is a Central City graduate. Number 3, Starmont is back at home as they host Cedar Rapids Prairie. And number 11, Cedar Falls, also at home as they host Williamsburg. In other action, it's a battle for Grundy County as Gladbrook-Rhinebeck takes on Grundy Center. The Spartans need 1 win in their 2 remaining games to get to bowl eligibility. Cedar Rapids Kennedy is at Waterloo East. Iowa City West is at Solon. And finally, Waterloo-Columbus at Iowa City High. We have some great matchups in store for you here, and we will start here with the noon kickoff at Ole Miss as the number 15 ranked Waverly-Shell Rock Go-Hawks go for their 10th win of the season. We're at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium as the Ole Miss Rebels out of the SEC take on Waverly-Shell Rock, and it's a quick pop pass from Taylor Hermanson to Josh Wright-McGee, 5 yards out into the end zone. Waverly-Shell Rock looking for win number 10 on the season. They're 9-1. Ole Miss just 1-9, looking to play for some pride, if nothing else today, represent their conference well. They trail, but here is a touchdown pass for the Rebels as they tie the ball game at 7 here midway through the opening quarter. You're playing an SEC team, they're going to fight. Even if they have 1 win, they're not going to be a bad football team. But Waverly-Shell Rock is a very, very good football team. And on 4th down, another pop pass to Wright-McGee, who's into the end zone for another touchdown. Big-time play there as Wright-McGee on 4th down doesn't just get the first down, but gets the touchdown, and here he'll do it again on 4th down. Gets the corner, has the end zone, and he's there. 13 yards to the house. It's 21-7 Waverly-Shell Rock. The Go-Hawks take a 2-score lead here on the road in Mississippi, but the Rebels still fighting, trying to make something happen before the half, but that's a massive mistake as it's picked off. Hunter Bean has a chance to go all the way, and he will. Touchdown, Go-Hawks. Hunter Bean, 36 yards to the house on the pick 6. And Waverly-Shell Rock just dominant here in the first half. They lead 28-7 at the break. Very good performance by the Go-Hawks so far. And now Taylor Hermanson looking to throw, sees nothing, takes off, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown, Go-Hawks as Hermanson gets in on the quarterback scramble, strikes the Heisman pose because why not? And the Go-Hawks lead big 35-7. The Rebels still fighting, however, a deep shot here gets over the head of the Go-Hawk defender and in for a touchdown as Ole Miss not having the day they wanted, but still fighting here in this one. As he'll strike a Heisman pose, always an interesting move, down 35-14, but nonetheless, the Go-Hawks looking to get back in, and Hunter Dubose does just that. He's had a really nice season, especially here in the red zone at the goal line area, and he gets in for another touchdown as the Go-Hawks extend their lead. Another Go-Hawk touchdown as it's 49-21 now, but a massive shot by the Rebels, and the Go-Hawk defender got beat that time as that's a 77-yard touchdown strike as Ole Miss trying to do what they can to at least make that score look a little better. I think it's kind of past the point of coming back and making this one a game. But the Go-Hawks do what they do so often. It wouldn't be a Waverly-Shell Rock football game without a Jaquil Anderson fullback plunge. And the Go-Hawks win this one going away. Their 10th win of the year, 56-28. The Go-Hawks still in that conference title game contention. Them and Don Bosco both fighting for a shot in the game. And now we'll go over to Gilbertville. The 5th-ranked Don Bosco Dons host Central City. This is an emotional one for Coach Warrington, who is a Central City graduate, but that's picked off by Don Bosco. Shaq Strong with the interception. And I can tell you, just because he went there, Coach Warrington absolutely wants to beat the Wildcats, perhaps even more than anybody else might. Taven Jackson takes a shot to Zion Haywood, who catches it inside the 10 before he's taken down at the 8-yard line. A big pickup there for the Dons. 1st and goal from the 8 now, and now they go to Jerron Sunday, who's going to find the goal line. Touchdown Dons as they strike first here over the Wildcats. They lead 7-0. Dons haven't gotten too many home games this year, just the 4th home game they've played this season, and they want to make a good showing in front of their home fans. Central City trying to make something happen now, but here comes Marcus Kilgo, the current frontrunner for the Defensive Player of the Year award. He makes a big play there to knock back the Wildcats. Back to Don Bosco as Zion Haywood breaking tackles in the backfield. Now he's got a bunch of room. To the 30, makes a juke move, still fighting. He just never goes backwards. He's always falling forwards, and he's all the way down to the 25-yard line. Don Bosco fans are on their feet. Jackson, first play of the second quarter, looking to throw and finds Lane Gilmore in for the touchdown pass. As Don Bosco extends their lead, they lead 14-0 here over Central City. Good start for the Dons, but the Wildcats still going to try to get some offense going. Nice pass there inside the 5 all the way down to the 4-yard line as the Wildcats get 1st down and goal. And here they're going to take a play out of the Don Bosco playbook. It's a halfback pop pass sweep, and it's a touchdown for Central City. As for the first time in a couple of weeks, the Don Bosco defense allows a score. They shut out Columbus last week. But now Central City has it back with a chance to tie the game. But Marcus Kilgo had something to say about that. He gets back there for another sack. That sets up 3rd down and long, as Kilgo having just a phenomenal season. Here on 3rd and long, you're not going to believe this. Kilgo gets back there again. A little help from Terrence Williams. And Kilgo is quite simply unblockable right now. He's having a phenomenal football game. Here comes Zion Haywood again on the outside. He's to the 10, to the 5, and he's across the goal line for the touchdown. Touchdown Dons. Zion Haywood with the touchdown run there, as they extend their lead 21-7. Less than a minute to play here in the opening half now, as the Wildcats take a shot to the end zone, but Shaq Strong has his 2nd pick of the game, 2nd pick of the half there in the back of the end zone. As Don Bosco gets the football back with 45 seconds left, they're going to try to make a play here. Jackson, a deep shot for Michael Hilton, who makes the grab, and he's taken down way down the field at the 15-yard line as the Dons use a timeout. Now Don Bosco trying to score again late in the half. Jackson looking for something. Bad decision, however, as it's intercepted by Central City, and there's all sorts of room on the return. The lineman can't make the tackle. To the 40, Jackson trying to chase him down. Here comes Haywood, finally brings him down to the 12-yard line, as Central City can't score on the pick 6, but still a massive interception. They're going to get a field goal here, an easy one, but it's blocked by Jamar Jackson. For the 4th time this year, Jackson blocks a field goal. That keeps the Wildcats off the board. And now a final deep shot here for the Dons, as that is going to be caught by Michael Hilton at the 28-yard line, but no chance to run after the catch, and that is the last play of the half. It's a wild ending sequence here, has the Dons up 21-7, and that's intercepted across the middle by the linebacker Jamron Weston. Breaks one tackle on the return before finally being stopped. Big play there by that linebacker Weston, who gets the ball back to the Dons. Don Bosco with the football now. It's a give to Zion Haywood going outside. Juke move, makes a man miss. Now it's a sprint, and he's gone. Touchdown, Dons. Haywood, he's got such an elusive move there, but he's also so big and strong. He just has it all as a running back, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Don Bosco with a 28-7 lead here over Central City. Wildcats still trying to get something going. A shot towards the end zone. It's one-on-one. And the win goes to Don Bosco. Mel Wilson-Morrell with his 6th pick of the year to lead the team. He's had such a phenomenal season. 4th interception of the day for the Dons. As here's a play-action pass for Don Bosco. Nice pass to Michael Hilton, who comes wide open all the way down to the 7-yard line. Don Bosco couldn't score a touchdown here, but on 4th and goal, they call out Randy Kelly, who is good, and a chip shot field goal from the right hash. As it's 31-7 Don Bosco. They're really just having their way with Central City right now. Wildcats still looking to fight, but it's picked off again. Jamar Jackson, who's had 4 blocked field goals in the year, including one today, well, that's his first career interception. And the 5th pick of the day for Don Bosco, as they're going to win this one 31-7. The Dons and the Go Hawks, both with just one conference loss heading into the final week of the season next week. What a year both of those squads are having. And speaking of great years, there's no such thing as a loss for Starmont this year. They're 10-0 entering their final conference game, but a mistake there as Baxter fumbles to Prairie, who already leads 7-0, and they're fighting for bowl eligibility, so they've got something big to play for. But Starmont with the football back, and a nice catch there by C.J. Baxter. Jerron Sunday takes the football now, and he's going to get into the end zone from 11 yards out. Starmont ties the game at 7 as Sunday, who is the leading Heisman Trophy candidate this season, gets into the end zone. Still tied at 7 now, and here comes Sunday again. He's in from 7 yards out this time as Starmont takes their first lead of the day 3 minutes into the second quarter. It's 14-7 Stars as they take the lead over Cedar Rapids Prairie. 4th down in the yard here. They go for it. Fitzgerald pitches back to Sunday, who converts the first down and keeps the drive alive. A little bit later on, Fitzgerald on the out route finds Keon Amerson, who tiptoes along the sideline, and nobody's going to catch him. 78 yards, a huge play there for Starmont. It's a touchdown as the Stars extend their lead now 21-7. Less than a minute to go until the break. But Starmont would get one more play here before the half. They score again on the field goal, but not so fast. There's a flag as Prairie roughed the kicker. John Cheridor was hit as he kicked that one. Stars decide to accept the penalty. One untimed down to try to score a touchdown. The pass is going to be knocked away, however, and incomplete as the Stars end up not getting points there. They lead 21-7. Here, Fitzgerald takes a deep shot to Hilton. Jump ball, and it's caught by Hilton down to the 15-yard line. Fitzgerald already nearing 300 passing yards in the day. Here comes Jerron Sunday. 13 yards to the house as he makes a nasty juke move there. And the Stars extend their lead further yet. 28-7 Starmont leads. Of course, the Stars rank 3rd in the country, one of the nation's very best, as Cheridor knocks in a long field goal there. 4th and 21, but the field goal is good as they get back on the board. And another field goal opportunity for the freshman Cheridor. That one's good as well, as it's 34-7 Starmont over Prairie. They're really running away with this thing now. Starmont ranked 3rd in the nation, looking to go to 11-0, well on their way to that, as Sunday takes the pop pass, makes the move, going to have a foot race to the end zone, and you're not going to win too many foot races against Jerron Sunday, as he is gone. Touchdown, Stars. Starmont just continues to extend that lead over Prairie, and they're not even done yet. 20 seconds to play in the game. It's a pop pass to Baxter this time. Sunday provides the lead block as Baxter goes in untouched. And that's going to be your ball game, as it's a 48-14 victory for Starmont over Cedar Rapids Prairie. They're just a better team. They're 11-0, finished 10-0 in the conference as they are headed to the conference title game. We'll finish off at Tiger Stadium as Williamsburg takes on Cedar Falls, and there's a sack for the Tigers right out of the gate. Deshaun Wheeler looking to make a play. Has his man. It's the freshman tight end George Ehlers for the touchdown as Cedar Falls gets on the board over Williamsburg. 7-0, they lead the Raiders. A rematch of the conference title game from 2 years ago as Williamsburg now trying to make a play, and that's going to be into the end. No, it's going to be down at the 1 yard line. So Williamsburg doesn't score there, but they do score here. Touchdown Raiders as they get on the board to tie the game. That conference title game 2 years ago did go to Cedar Falls, by the way, right here at Tiger Stadium. They're trying to win this one too, and that helps as that's a touchdown pass. Wheeler to Terrence Weeks there in the corner of the end zone as Cedar Falls extends their lead, or takes the lead back, I should say, 14-7. 6 seconds to go in the half. Field goal is up, but no good. Missed badly to the left. I say badly just because it was such a chip shot field goal, as that is no good. Cedar Falls getting a chance for a much longer kick, but that one's missed to the left as well. And no score here on that play as we are tied at 14. Williamsburg fighting hard. They have a chance to take the lead on this possession as they take a deep shot. It is complete. What a play over the head of T.T. Claiborne there with the Tigers. Second down and 8 now, and the Raiders keep it on the quarterback read option, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown, as something very few teams have been able to do this late in a game. They take the lead over Cedar Falls. Tigers trying to tie the game here with 7 minutes to play in the game, and what a tiptoe grab there, a phenomenal catch. That's the freshman Ehlers once again, an exceptional catch there in the end zone, as that's going to make it 21-all, and with 30 seconds left, the Tigers with a chance to tie the game, and Ethan Hooks gives them the lead, I should say. The Tigers take the lead late in the game. Williamsburg with one more chance with 7 seconds to play. They're all out of timeouts. They've got to take the Hail Mary. Deep shot down the field. That's going to be batted down, incomplete, and Cedar Falls comes back late to beat Williamsburg 28-21. A gutsy win there for the Tigers, and Coach Bavers is pleased with that performance, as not always the prettiest win, but a win's a win this time of year, especially as they take them down 28-21 with the late comeback. And before we sign off, here is a final look at our standings as we head into the final week of the regular season. First of all, Starmont has completed their conference schedule. They have a non-conference matchup with Appalachian State next week, and the Stars are guaranteed a spot in the conference title game. In fact, they're guaranteed home field advantage in that game, as they finished the conference play 10-0. They're 11-0 overall. Nobody else has a chance to go unbeaten in conference. Waverly-Shell Rock and Don Bosco both 8-1, 10-1 overall. They do not play each other this year, and quite frankly, I don't know who's going to get that conference title slot if both teams win next week. It's something that people online say is very inconsistent. There's not a real good answer as to what the tiebreaker is, and those two didn't play each other this year. So I really am not sure how that's going to work out, but we'll all find out together once we get there here in a very short while. Cedar Falls also having a great year, 9-2 overall. They're 7-2 in the conference. WSR, Don Bosco, and Cedar Falls will all finish up conference play next week, while Starmont hosts App State in non-conference action. But for now, that is going to do it. Another great episode here on the Iowa Conference YouTube series. Thanks so much for watching. We'll wrap up the regular season next week as we gear up towards what should be a phenomenal conference championship game. Thanks so much for watching, folks. We'll see you right back here next time for Week 13.